Well, it's the end of a great year. Let's go flying. Come along. Oh, really wish we had a cup holder. I want a cup holder. My goal for, well, actually, that fits pretty good. I had to pull everything else out. Okay, so as we look back on the year and what a year it was for aviation, it's really special here at the Taking Off channel because not only is it the end of the year, beginning of a new one, it's also the anniversary of us starting the channel, and we're only 2 years old. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys for making this channel as successful as it's been. I really, really appreciate it. And so with that, let's look back. The pickup truck of the skies. We had a trip, Alicia and I, down to Harlingen, Texas, and we hauled all sorts of stuff. We hauled some big, huge solar panels, some heavy, deep cycle batteries, and we maxed this thing out. And it's just amazing how well the 210 can handle a full load like that. Let's not flare too early. There we go. Nice. Keep the wheel off. Hey, look, I'm center line too. That was a little better than last time. Flaps to 10.
Yankee going to Gulf Aviation or Sun Valley?
Sun Valley, 20 Yankee.
02 Yankee, continue for taxiway at Delta. Turn right on Delta for Sun Valley.
There's palm trees.
Lamesa traffic. Centurion 4620 Yankee. Entering 3-4 for an east departure. Lamesa. Lamesa traffic, Centurion will be departing to the east. Last call, Lamesa. Fort Worth Center, Centurion 4620 Yankee off Lamesa, requesting flight following the Tango 67 in Fort Worth at 11,500. Okay, after that great trip to Harlingen, in early 2019, the polar vortex descended down from the Arctic North and hit northern United States, actually most of the United States. And we were scheduled to go shoot up in North Dakota right during that time. So I went studying about cold weather flying because the ambient ground temperature was minus 22. And wind chill was minus 45. It was unbelievable what it was like up there in North Dakota. Quite a trip up there. I was fortunate, you know, found an FBO there, signature, and they were able to put us in a hangar, and we loaded to leave. We loaded by getting in the warm hangar into the airplane, and we were all buttoned up and then towed out to the cold to start the engine. That's the first time for me. So doing that was quite an adventure. Airspeed 80. Then coming back, well, our flight plan took us right by Mount Rushmore. So what are you going to do? Well, we're going to call for the monument tour and get a load of Mount Rushmore.
20 Yankee, Roger, altimeter is 29090, spec vectors here momentarily. For which monument would you like to go to? Both of them or just one?
Both if we can, 20 Yankee.
Roger, take it to Rushmore first. Fly heading 180, vectors to Rushmore.
180, vectors for Rushmore, 20 Yankee. Well, then as we started to head towards spring, able to go down, and we had a shoot in Central Texas, home of Josh Flowers, and lined up with Josh to have him fly my plane, and I learned a lot from Josh. Precision, that's the word. He is so precise, and that's what we have to be as pilots. I need to be, because I'm not a precise person. So it's something I have to really fight for and strive to be as precise. So Josh flies my plane.
United 1233, you know what, I'm sorry about that. Just maintain flight level 220. I just realized that you're landing in Houston.
Okay, United 1233, flight level 220.
Are we clear for the approach?
We are, clear for the approach. And at O'Runny, that's our final approach fix. So let's do our before real quick.
Yep.
Fuel desired, mixture rich. Okay. Prop full forward. MI.
November 4620 Yankee, change to advisory is approved, and just report your cancellation in the air this frequency if unable on the ground through flight service.
Change approved, and we'll try to come back to you, 20 Yankee.
November 421 Whiskey Sierra, clear to Gendy, hold as published, descend to maintain 5,000, and you can expect further clearance at 2105.
Collaborating with YouTubers like Josh is great. Also got a chance to do a video with Just Plain Silly Brian Turner, and a more serious video where we reviewed headphones. And yeah, some people say it's not very scientific. Well, of course it's not scientific. It's real world. We're in an airplane. We put a microphone. We try to be fair to everybody, and we got some measurements, and the results kind of surprised me.
You know, what would you buy today? Having all this data that we have now, what would you buy today?
It's tough. I like my Zulus.
Oh, we haven't even talked about comfort.
Okay.
So out of all the headsets that you tried, talk about comfort.
The kids' headset was the least comfortable.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a shocker.
Turns out I have a huge head. The others, you know, it's kind of, once you got them on, you kind of forget about them. As far as, you know, you're talking about really high-end headsets here. First off, they all probably are very similar in you know, the price difference and comfort and whatever technologies you're using are probably similar. I like the Zulus because they're metal. They're not as much plastic as like the Sierras, and I think my bows, I brought a set with me. They're very, very plastic. They don't feel as robust to me as the Zulus do, but then the numbers, you know, suggest that the Zulus might not be the best headset for noise reduction.
The big thing about 2019
Forward Southwest 2570, check on flight
was that I started flying right seat to work on my CFI initial. That was a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work. One of the hardest check rides I've ever done. Not one of the, it's the hardest check ride. So I spent the spring doing nothing but right seat flying with when I was going for work or when I was flying with Matt Wells, and I learned a lot during right seat flying. So I'm going to go ahead and gear down. We're a little fast, so I'm going to also come in flaps. And notice I did a little bit more of a straight in because right at the critical point I thought I was too high. I wasn't, but I thought it was. So now we're full. Now I'll do my cross control, not S turns. So here's cross, or I mean slip is what I meant. Okay, there we go. I'm just saying the wrong thing, but doing what I meant. So here we are. And also I'm leaving my hand on the throttle just in case I need it. But, so I know I'm going to float some. So I'm going to last notch flaps in. Let's get it down. Beautiful. There we were. All right, beautiful. So flaps identified to 10. Okay, and as part of my training for the CFI initial, I had to do spin training. So Mark Zimmerman took me up in his utility class airplane, tail dragger, to do some spins. That was quite an experience.
And then we're going to go off to the left.
And there we go. We're going to rotate out of it. We're going to come forward on the stick, and we're going to come back out of it, not to exceed 2 Gs. Now see how much altitude we lost?
Okay, so one of the videos I've gotten the most comments about was when I overloaded Alicia, my coworker, the person I bring with me to a lot of shoots. I'm practicing for my CFI initial, so I go ahead for the first time and I put her in this seat. I've been flying right seat, so I feel comfortable enough with it. And so I'm going to practice doing a lesson. And yes, of course, we're in a 210. We're in a high performance. We're in a complex aircraft. I know that, but I'm not going to a shoot in a 172 or 152. I got gear. I got other people. It's just a chance to practice. And yet people were really hammering pretty hard the fact that I was doing an initial lesson in a 210. But you know what? That's okay. It wasn't a real lesson in the sense that she was hiring a CFI and where she's learning to fly or whatever. I'm hoping that Alicia and some of my other coworkers will find that joy of aviation. But it's been a good chance to work with them and show them what to do as far as trying to get that love of aviation fired up in them. And they've enjoyed it. Alicia has enjoyed flying. Ron Gonzalez has really enjoyed flying this plane. Ron says he would rather learn with this one than the 150s, 152s. But anyway, it's the year spending time doing some actual teaching, especially after I got my CFI. That was a lot of fun. Okay, let's go all the way straight ahead to the center, and then a hard left turn. That way we don't lose runway. Go ahead, left turn now. Okay, now feet off the brakes, and right rudder there. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Let's go ahead and go. There you go.
All right,
good.
Airspeed.
Okay, now smoothly firewall it. Right.
Up.
Right rudder.
Thank you.
Well, I'm here. Okay, how's airspeed?
50.
Okay, good. Eyes up. Okay, we're at 60. Okay, we're at 70. Back pressure a little bit. Not too much, just a little much there. Okay. Alright, no more runway left. Let's go ahead and go to gear. Put some forward pressure on your nose. Okay. Alright, we're at 83, so we still want forward pressure. Let's trim it forward. Yeah, a little slow there. Another special thing during the spring is that we had a shoot that we had to do right off of Atlanta Hartsfield. So it just made sense to fly into Atlanta Hartsfield at 5 p.m. That was quite an experience. I really prepped that one hard, and I did it from the right seat, and it was just an amazing experience flying into Atlanta Hartsfield. So probably, to me, that was the coolest thing of the year.
Maple 7544, next right turn, please. Right on Bravo, hold short of runway 8 right at taxiway Dixie.
Bravo, short of 8 right at taxiway Dixie, Maple 7544.
Bell 2764 at Dixie, cross runway 8 right, join Foxtrot, contact ground point 9.
At Dixie, cross 8 right, join Foxtrot, point 9 to the 2764.
Bell 2979, contact Atlanta, departure, have a good one.
Platform visual 6012 is visual 8 left.
Airshow 6012 left, high runway 8 left, 1120 at 5, clear to land.
Line 8 left, 6012.
Scale 4945, RNAV to Herschel, runway 8 right, clear to take off.
RNAV to Herschel, airline clear for takeoff is Skyline 4945.
Bell 2977, line of high runway right, line of way.
Runway 8 right, up 2977.
November 60 air Papa contact line of departure 125.65, have a good day.
2565 for 96 airpods, same to you.
Number 20 Yankee, you going to signature?
Affirmative, 20 Yankee.
Be the second left turn, and then straight in, taxi Dixie straight into signature.
Dixie into signature, 20 Yankee. I heard that they don't say Delta, they say Dixie. One of the cool things about flying general aviation is the ability that, look, we can go anywhere we want, when we want. And going on a business trip, like, started in Atlanta, my next stop was a different client way up in Connecticut. So it was a blast to be able to just go, okay, what time do we want to leave and where do we want to lay over? And I posted it on the forums, like where would be a good place between Atlanta and Connecticut. And you guys spoke and said Ocean City would be a fabulous place, and so we did. And it was great. Okay, my co-host, Christy Wong.
AC-4013, contact.
You guys got to know her a lot better this season when we had a long flight back from Central Texas. Christy gave us her life story.
And so he's like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, oh my God, this is it. And I was like, well, it's almost like asking somebody to marry you, I guess. That's how I could equate it, because I was like, well, actually, I think I want to learn how to fly. And I was waiting for his response. I mean, I had this whole argument in my head that I had concocted over several weeks and months. Like, this is what I want to do. This is why I want to do it. But baby, please,
And how you'd have to convince him?
If you love me, you'll let me fly.
Right.
And I never had to use that argument, because his reaction was immediately, okay, well, let's see how we can make that happen.
And speaking of Christy, we had time to do something totally different.
The difference between a flight instructor and the seats in a Cherokee, the seats can support a family of 4. I'm going to raise my son to be a pilot. That way he'll never have money for drugs. I got called pretty today. Actually, the whole thing was, you're pretty obnoxious, but I choose to focus on the positive. I don't know who started the Notre Dame fire, but I bet Quasimodo has a hunch.
And this fall in 2019, I got to go to my first air show ever. I know, hard to believe, but I'd never been to an air show. Went to Alliance.
Watching them all converge, it was like looking at Hicks on Sunday morning at the Beacon. Am I right?
That is accurate. That's so accurate, it hurts.
Well, they're probably at least on radios.
True.
Another really fun thing about aviation, general aviation, is being able to fly in formation. And I got to do that this year with Van Bortle. A flight of 4, and I get to be the lead ship. How are you looking?
Looking nice. We're getting some good stuff, I think. As long as the city starts showing up, I got a lot of highways so far. Just seeing the edge of the city now from their angle.
Okay, that's 14 Golf Left Tower, runway 13 right, clear to land. Traffic will be applied for fire pressure arrival.
So it's been quite a year, 2019, and it's our second full year. So thank you guys for supporting Taking Off. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope that the passion for aviation burns in you too. And we'll see you in 2020.